About a year ago, I was laid off from Meta and I decided to put a lot more of my attention into building this YouTube channel. But little did I know that it would take me so long to get monetized, especially when it comes to you trying to achieve the watch hour goal. Now, I have managed to achieve, by the grace of God, the subscriber count. Thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed to my channels. But YouTube is not pushing out my content, and my content on my channel has been running for some time now, but a lot of my focus and energy has been over the last 6 months or so. And so this video is really as part of a series I've just started up to run in parallel to my main content to document my journey to getting monetized. So guys, stay tuned to the things that I've put in place since my last video and what I've learned on this monetization journey. I am doing this video as the part 2 and a follow-up to the video that I done previously about the kind of things that I have been doing and learnt along the way around trying to build up this YouTube channel. There's a few things that I've been learning how to do and have also implemented, and I'm just going to be speaking about 3 of those things that I've helped to get my subscriber count up, but also just really me experimenting and testing things to hopefully get my watch hours. But if you guys have any ideas or thoughts, please do drop them in the comment section. Do continue to like, comment, and also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on my main content as well as this content and watching me grow, because I'm literally bearing it all. Please comment, let me know you're a small creator as well, and if you're on this journey as well to get it monetized, because let's do it together. So for those of you that don't know, I have been running this channel for some years now, but I really doubled down into my niche, which is around helping the diasporan community, so mainly Ghanaian diasporans as well as those people that are interested in Ghana, to actually invest in real estate in Ghana. That's been my primary focus for the last at least 6 months, and in my previous video I was talking about some of the things I've implemented along the way. Now the journey's been a little bit longer. As mentioned, I was laid off and made redundant from Meta, and I use a lot of my time to now focus into building this channel, but I haven't been monetized as quickly as I thought. And yeah, I just want to go on this journey with you guys towards getting monetized, right? And so my main content is pointing towards a lot of my day-to-day work, which is around my consultancy company, which is about helping people in the diaspora, like I said, who want to purchase property for investment purposes. So go and check out those contents. And if you're there because of this video, please just comment and just say, hey, thank you so much. But generally, this journey has not been easy. Okay. I've been learning the ropes of YouTube, but I've also been learning how to edit, which is my first thing, because I've been using CapCut Pro to edit my own videos. That's mainly videos like this, like talking head videos, for example. A lot of the content I put out on Instagram and TikTok, that content I basically now edit myself mainly. So I learned how to cut up things, chop things up, add overlays, add masks. All of that stuff, I couldn't do that years ago. And so I've had to build myself up, because I spent a lot of money on editors and the back and forth was just taking forever. So I just said, look, let me learn how to do it. And shout out to a girl called One Day, who during COVID years took her time to actually explain to me how to use, at that time, I think it was Wondershare, I can't remember what it's called. I think somebody probably knows what I'm talking about. But then, things moved on. CapCut had their app, and then they had their desktop version, so their Mac version that I use, and just found it very easy and simple to use. So I've been using CapCut to do a lot of my editing. This video, because this is just mainly me documenting my journey. If you go over to my content on Instagram and TikTok, a lot of that I edit myself, right? But when it comes to the faceless content, I tend to outsource that to other people. I wish I had all the money in the world to just outsource all my editing, because it would just make sure that I can actually deliver a lot faster. But to save money, especially as a small creator, I just decided to learn how to edit myself. And then, if I need to get something tweaked in a certain way that I don't know how to do, then I'll outsource it. But generally, I kind of know the basics of CapCut, basics of, how to edit a video. So the only thing I don't know, and somebody can maybe comment this, what do normally the YouTubers do when, they might be doing either a live stream or they might be reviewing somebody else's content, and they'll have a screen up and that screen will be, and able to like click through and say, okay guys, so watch this. So I've just recently been watching, actually let me not expose it, but what is it that they use it? Please drop it in the comments because I'd love to know. I know people for live stream use StreamYard sometimes, and somebody uses OBS, but OBS looks very difficult to use. I've tried to watch some YouTube videos and it looks quite complicated. But I just want to know, what is their setup? Are they using a camera and they've got another laptop and they're pressing play and it comes up on screen and they see them? Like, what is going on? So somebody please drop that in the comment. Help me to learn and help the community to learn as well. I really want to know. Anyway, so editing is the first thing that I have been doing. Number 2, I've been using AI a lot. AI has been my best friend. In this video, which is the first video I put out in my faceless series of, actually, I don't know if it's the first one, but my faceless series of talking about my first property that I invested in Ghana. I've been in the property game in Ghana for 10 years, but what I haven't been doing is showing people the reality of what it's like and what happened when I bought my first property. The investments I have later on have been because I learned all those lessons. So I really wanted to just educate my community, right? So I decided, and I've been very shy to put out information about what my first property investment was like. But I thought to myself, hey, let me just do it, right? So I used the faceless content, maybe because I was shy talking about all the issues that I faced. I probably just didn't want to sit in front of a camera and do it. So I decided to make it more faceless. So I put it out there, and the first video got about 4,000 views or so. But then I started putting out the part 2, part 3, part 4, and the views went down and down and down, and I was so deflated. Bearing in mind, for every faceless video, I spent a lot of money with an editor on putting that video together. So when the video is not being pushed out, I'm just like, what's going on here? I've added my end cards. I've added even subtitles. I add the end cards, subtitles, the tags in between, like the thing that you put up here. But I've done all of that kind of things, worked on my thumbnails. You see, if you go back to my first video of this series, you'll see all the things that I've been doing. But still, the views were going down and down and down. But the difference was my subscriber count was going up and up and up. So I was like, is this because I'm being consistent and people can trust that I'm going to put out content? But I was getting good value for the people that were coming through the low views because I was always getting really good inquiries on some of my services and things that I do. But the views were not going. Is it because YouTube is not pushing out the content? Is it because I've done something wrong? So guys, if you can go back and watch some of those videos, let me know there's something I've done wrong. Maybe there's one thing that I did do, but this doesn't even make sense because speaking about AI, right? I spoke to my ChatGPT and told my ChatGPT all the pain and all the suffering that I've been through, and it came up with a script. But because, as I said, I was a bit shy to really stand in front of a camera and even talk through the challenges I've faced, because I've still got like trauma, but I've overcome it because I've learned from those mistakes to invest again, and again and again. So it's all about educating the community to not face those troubles and heartbreaks that I faced, right? But it's quite difficult to sit in front of a camera and speak about all those pains and what I went through at that time. So I made it faceless, but what I also did is I used an AI clone. So I used an app called 11's Lab, which my editor actually told me about. And so I trained 11 Labs, or rather I gave it a lot of my voice. So I basically fed it some of these videos and I put it in and it learnt my voice and it was able to do a voice clone. So please go back to this video here. I'll just put a link in there. Go and check it out and let me know, do you think that it sounds like me or not? Because it was AI, right? So that's ways I've used AI to quicken the process, because I know sometimes if I sit down and I talk, I might miss some points. So I just thought the easiest, quickest way for me to just get out content and not procrastinate is to give the AI my script and then for it to produce the outcome, the clone, and then give the clone to the editor, and the editor can put it over the faceless video, and that Bob's your uncle, Kwame's your uncle, Kofi's your uncle, and you create the video, right? So, let me know your thoughts. Should I have not used AI? Should I have used AI? Was that the reason why you think my views didn't go? Was it not valuable content? Because guys, the content is valuable. It is valuable, right? So the first thing I did was, of course, number 1, learn to edit. Number 2, I used AI quite heavily to help me to build the content. So far, the things that I've done was, number one, I learned how to edit myself. And number two, I started to use AI just to become more efficient and also to help me to overcome certain things that I personally was facing. So number three, the third thing that I have been doing is basically trying to learn my audience a little bit more. So I recently started using the community tab, and I decided to just ask my community what you want to watch. Maybe, sometimes we get into the habit of putting out things that we think we would like, but nobody else out there in the 8 billion people in the world is like you. And sometimes I get into my head to be like, oh, this content is amazing. In fact, I kind of got a little bit of a boost when my first video in my series around my first property purchase in Ghana got quite a lot of comments. So I was encouraged. But then the others, either it wasn't getting pushed out or they just didn't want it. So recently I started using the community tab for the first time properly, and then started to post things like polls, like what kind of content would you like to find out more about? But the reality is, out of the 15 people that actually responded to that, which I don't understand, is everybody seeing it or they're not seeing it? Because if you've got 18,000 subscribed, what's going on? So I want to know more about how these algorithms and things like that work. But the thing is, out of the 15 people or so that answered that poll, I saw that people wanted to hear about personal experiences, and I saw that people wanted to hear about how to finance property, and I saw that people wanted to actually find out about properties that are available for sale. There was another one about real estate tips, right? And I have a course for that. So if anybody wants real estate tips. So what I'm going to try and do is, even though the 15 might not be the full sample, I'm going to listen to the 15 because they decided to actually answer the poll, right? So what I'm going to do is extrapolate that and assume that is a representative sample of my community. I don't know, unless somebody else has something else to say, and then start to deliver content towards that. So more of my personal experiences. But then I thought to myself, those videos that I put out where the first one had like 4,500 views, it started going down like 700, 300, 200. And it's like, what's going on? But this is what the 15 people wanted. If I use that as a sample. And I have a large mailing list and a large following, I think, on Instagram. And I tend to ask these polls and it's similar feedback. So I get it. But why is YouTube not pushing it out if this is what the community wants? So guys, let me know in the comments below if there's something that I'm not doing. Let me know if you think that I need to try harder. Let me know if I need to provide more valuable content. What is it that I'm not doing and what are you guys doing? Please comment it below. Let me know if I've missed something that is going on in the world, in the ether, because I've been researching. I have been watching other people's videos. Small creator community, let's grow together. And yeah, let's see. So those are the 3 things that I've been doing as well to build my channel. And if you haven't done so far already, please do hit subscribe on this channel. And also do go and check out my videos on my main content. Please like it, comment and subscribe, as I said already, but hit the notification bell and you'll be notified when my future videos come out as well. And guys, let us small creators grow together. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.